The Pinecone is back, and it's better than ever. What started as a simple base now turned into a brand new species, featuring raised up bedrooms covering compound with or without high walls, bunker TC to add more raid protection, and a roof that can fit all your minis. And much more, such as low cost, making this base simple to build for duo or trio, and a possibility to turn this base into a single TC one. I hope I checked all your boxes, and let's head into the tour. But before that, I would love to invite you to my Discord server, where me and my friends create content just like this. Join our community and be a part of something great. You can even get some cinematics and thumbnails for your video, just as I did from my friend S4. So, I'll see you there. Pinecone V2 is back, boys. It's been a long time since I've seen Pinecone just like this. It's actually one of my favorite bases on this channel. Over here we can see your upkeep of one of your multi-TCs. You have two mirrored on both sides, ensuring that no one can grief your base. They doesn't interfere with the base at all, meaning that you can build this base a single TC, just without building these. You just make a bit different module. I'll show that in the base tour as well. This is the way how you disconnect your TCs, just by placing a roof over here. And the way you reconnect it is similar, you just lay frame down. Stepping into our gatehouse, we can see a simple airlock, ensuring that no one can deep you, and 180-degree vision outside, ensuring that no one can camp you. When you crouch down here, we have a simple retake. Stepping inside, we are guarded by a turret. Above us there is another turret, and we have a perfect seawall over here. Seawall prevents raiders from just pushing your base, and if there is a terrain, they cannot jump back and take over your compound that easily. Jumping into our raised up bedrooms. These ensure great angles outside and inside the compound, with or without the large walls. If you put them down, you have even better angles outside, and it's quite hard for your enemies to actually hit you because this is what they see, usually, most of the time. You can change your ammo in your turret like this, since you have chain link on the sides. And yeah, let's head into one of our symmetrical entrances. Opening this, we have a vision onto our gatehouse. Here you have your split loot. Your loot is split from the main loot, meaning that this won't get hit in online raid, or usually it doesn't get hit, because when raiders are raiding your base, they usually go from one of the sides, so if they go here, they hit your loot, but they wouldn't be able to get the symmetrical loot on the other side, meaning that if you keep at least one or two good guns in there, you're able to just start a new day with at least something in your boxes. Over here, this is your connection floor, as I like to call it. This floor just has some bedrooms, some furnaces, and some lockers, respawn points, of course, where you can respawn, and it just connects both mobility together. This one is completely symmetrical as the last one. And when I open this, you can see that the loot is here as well. When we jump down, we have our data 3 here and our main loot with a lot of boxes. If you need a bit more, you can still slap them into your connection floor. Going down, this is your late game, one by one. In the early game, you'd probably put 3 bags in here. You won't even have these doors here because they block some placement. But later on, you want to add a battery down here, some more of a early game battery when you move everything to the second floor, making it really easy for you to actually do something with this battery, like power your furnaces, for example, with your solar panels. And later on, you want to put a bunker in here with your vending machine. Over here you can see your upkeep, and let's head back up. We jump back up. We have 2 ways into our shooting floor, either the one in the middle or these 2 outside. I'm gonna take the one in the middle just to show you the little bedroom. Over here you have some simple retakes. Jumping up, You have your battery here, you have a vision outside, and of course 2 vending machines for extra loot, storing some kits or flexing kits on the entire server just by putting them here. And you can just seal them by putting window inside the window frame. Before we check the shooting floor, I'm gonna show you the mobility real quick. This is your simple retake, and you can see another window that is guarding your ladder hatch onto your roof. Over here you have your brutalist peak for some long angles outside of the base, with some great angles all around. You have 180-degree vision and some retakes onto your roof. Some downwards as well. And now, this is quite optional, but you can put this barricade here, making it a bit safer for some of your bum teammates, so they don't fall off. But don't worry, if you don't want it, you don't need it, because when you stand normally, you won't fall if you don't crouch. But it's just optional. I'll show it in the build, but you don't have to have it. You have some great downward angles that you can just position yourself by moving back. And yeah. Also, the brutalist peak is quite protected, meaning that if someone breaks it, it doesn't really matter because it's covered by windows. Usually on many of small bases it's intact, meaning that there's like a hole over here and it's just frames on these sides. But that's actually wrong, boys, because when they break your brutalist peak, they can just shoot your entire shooting floor, because imagine it's not here and there is a frame, they can just shoot your entire shooting floor, and you would need to have doors closed and stuff. You can still put doors into these frames, but like this, it's a lot safer and it gives you even better angles when someone is pushing your base. You don't even have to have this brutalist peak, but it's great for long distance angles, so I recommend it. But yeah, you have great angles with or without it. Alright, let's head onto our roof. Over here we have some roof retakes. Jumping up, we have a simple retake onto our TC, external TC. You can crouch on. It's better to put something like a hobo barrel here, because this way you can't really see it. You can definitely stand spray, or you can just tuck your body into this frame and you have perfect crouch spray onto this. Alright, opening these doors, you have your ladder hatch over here, and the way back up. And finally heading onto the roof. Over here we have our roof respawns that you can respawn on, and you have some kits stored inside these barrels. They have great angles down, and that's quite it. Opening these doors, you have some downward angles as well. These are protected by your roof piece, meaning that no one from the long distance can shoot your legs if you stand back here. And also it's quite positional, so you can just move around and find the piece and angle you want. Also on these ramps you can shoot through your brutalist peak. It's usually you wouldn't have that angle, that the guy is standing right here and you can shoot him from roof, but there's just this optional peak just by adding a simple ramp, so yeah. Also you're guarded by 4 turrets. One here is missing for some reason, but it shouldn't be. And when you jump on this ramp, you have some other angles, so when someone tries to siege raid you, biting over your TC, you have some great angles onto them pushing you, just by positioning yourself onto this roof and just going up, going down, and yeah, simply shooting them. I hope I convinced you to build the Pinecone V2, and I'll see you in the tutorial section. Alright, let's start by building the footprint so we know how big the base is. After building this, you can pick if you want the single or multi-DC one. If you pick the single DC one, you put square here, the triangles on the side, and another triangle over here. And this is the general side. Your single DC version. If you instead pick the multi-DC one, you build 8 squares out, and you come back to the triangle. Now you put square over here, and repeat that on the other side as well. After putting the square, we will build our multi-DC by going 4 out and doing these 2 triangles like this. Don't worry, every single thing like this will be shown in the tutorial itself, in the progress of building the base. Alright, let's start by building the starter. Now put your TC like so, quite close to the line, like this. Now if you're playing duel, you want to put a frame over here, put 2 barrels over here, put down your workbench, and your sleeping bags like so. You can also upgrade this and stop doors on. They're opening outside. Let's continue by expanding the base. We'll be putting triangles over here, ceiling walls, and putting down some furnaces that you can jump on and use as your jump up. You'll move your double rows up here, and for now you can put down a simple pick. When you have even more resources, for now, you'll break this. Put the others over here. Make a simple honeycomb on both sides. This is very DC. Making it a bit harder to raid you early on. Adding 2 walls over here, 2 walls over here. Clean your base off with wood in this corner, and also make your simple jump up. Now let's expand further. We're gonna honeycomb this. And build your 3rd floor. Also don't put this here, but put furnaces over there. for now, you're able to put something inside this corner, such as your barrels. And so you don't get them taken away that easily. You can make your entrance 2 doors. Now going up from this, we'll turn this off. And then we can sell boxes inside it. I'm gonna put wall over here, both sides. This one will be fully sealed, so you can seal it up right away. You can either put window here or just the wall. Make a simple airlock. Make a simple airlock. To jump out. And mirror that on the other side as well. Before continuing, you can also slot a triangle through here inside your main living area to put even more boxes into your loot room. Over here. You can just use a barrel simple like so. This way nothing will be seen. Everything will be easily accessible. And even though there might be a better placement, this is one of the simplest ones that I personally use. And if at this point you already have some garage doors, you can slap them down. Change this into your garage doors, make it metal to add a cost. Remove your starter, open these doors, take your vending machine and put it into the frame, going to the left. Now if you put the box inside it, you will be able to open your TC, like so. Stop here for boxes over here. Or, if you want, you can still keep your sleeping bags down here by putting them like this. This floor, with a furnace, some more sleeping bags. And by doing the same strategy, bring it in a triangle and get even more storage over here. But even being able to slot more boxes on top of this if you need. See this way, like so. From this point, we'll connect the third floor. just put internet doors here, not the garage doors. You can also use a normal wall, low wall, instead of a full wall, making it harder for people to self-side you. And if you already have, put down in embrasure over here. Now it's time to build your compound. Now you should have already picked if you want the multi-TC version, but it doesn't really matter, because this is same on both. Now you can break this frame, meaning this will levitate and save some of your cost. If you want to ask me how does this work, I have no idea how stability works in this game. Now after building this, you can put the locker down here, bed over here, then another over here as well. And you have your bedrooms. I'll repeat that on the other side as well. Now, after building this bedroom, it's your time to pick. If you pick the single TC one, you should look now. Your thread will later go onto the spot. Channel will go on here. Hammer that on the other side. Now when you have this, you will be adding your high walls. And one like this. Into the edge of here. This is your compound. And now you just need to add some barricades. After placing it, you can break it quickly without issues. And this is how your single TC compound looks like. If you break the multi-TC version, this is how you build it. You go 8 squares out. Break the build out. And then we come back with the triangles. Do the same build on the other side. Now, because both of these sides will be decaying, you want to rush the multi-TC as fast as possible. You'll build 4 square out. Also, you should make this a mill, so it's same cost for going through here and going through here. Stop your TC inside. Cover them by a door. Now this might be a bit tricky, so you should practice on build servers beforehand. But the main way to do it, you're just trying to put the corner of the further one into the corner of the other. And now, as you can see, you just made your freehand. It can open from the other side, and you can see that it's connected over here, but there's a little hole over here. Then we just build this to to turn the square into a triangle. Supporting with the frame. Putting a window here. Making your second module. No connecting it. Now this, you should test if you're able to disconnect this. If you can disconnect this, you should break your freehand. Or you can fry from top, because the placement is usually easier. But if you did the exact way that I did it, you should be fine. Also, sometimes it's blocked by the skin, because you can now remove one of the sides. It's an issue. So just do this. Put your bracket over here. Take your highball. Connect these perfectly. Now let's repeat the same thing on the other side. Because we don't need them anymore. Aim for the corner with this corner as I'm doing right now. You just want to aim to that corner. Now as you see, it connects. Place it down. You can see a little hole here. You can also test it by placing your group over here. See that it opens normally. Turn it into a triangle, so you can actually disconnect it. You can see that I left a pretty big hole down here. You can always make it a lot better. Now we should test if you can put a groove here. Well, you can, meaning that it's working. Up. Now we finish the compound by highballs. Boom, perfect connection. Sub down your barricade. And sub down the other. Now your compound is pretty protected, but you probably want to finish your gatehouse. So let's do that now. Just put it over here. Make sure to use metal, because the angle is quite easier to shoot from. I can show you. Over here you have quite big of an angle, but if you make it a skin, you can see it's a lot tighter. It depends how sharp of a shooter are you. So top. Make a space for your thread and place it down. Also you can have your chain link. one of your gatehouses is fully done. Let's go on the other side. Make sure to use metal. Now we have 2 of your turrets already working. I would consider compound finished with this, and we will work on our roof and adding 2 more turrets into your compound. As I already shown in the tutorial, you don't want to put frame here, even though you'll be holding windows, because when your base is getting shot and this is broken, they can see your entire shooting floor. This way, you're protecting your areas a bit more, and it's overall a bit safer. We'll be adding it to the peak, like so. But on different buildings, this wouldn't work, meaning that you will be using a different embrasure. Now repeat the same thing on the other side. Back here for this peak. Bring these. Put the logo down, both sides. You don't even need to put this here, it's just so the bird can see easier when someone is standing on it. If you want to cover this bind, slap a stone barricade over here, making it hard for people to go down. Bring this up. Cover your windows with these oval, with these half wall, with these walls. Cover your window with these low walls. And repeat that on the other side as well. Also, you might not be able to put the frame down here when you put this before, so make sure you I'm sorry if I wasted your resources by doing that. Alright, now if you want to patch the thing down, just put it here. And a barricade over here. Over here you can see the difference. This is more patched, and this is more open. let's finish off building the sugar floor. We're gonna be adding it over here. On this floor, we'll be putting 2 frames. Taking one out the side over here and breaking them like so. You can mirror that on the other side as well if you like aesthetics. But if you don't really care about it, you don't need to. Also, don't put this frame down. It gets close. Lower. Here, you put your window. That will later be guarding your ladder hatch. Get out of the roof entrance like so. Single doors here and double doors here. You also create an airlock, making it hard for people to leave you. Same thing for here. If you decide to use the single doors instead of double doors, you'll be creating airlock. With myself, I usually use double doors because it's just more convenient. Let's see this off. Get your vending machine and push it to right against the window. This way no one can loot it but you by removing the window. And that is guarded because when someone breaks your TC in the multi-TC version, these TC will take over and they cannot put TC down or build a different or pick up your windows. Or even grease your base. Now we can put down your large battery, your bed, and space for some kits. Again, it's still a bit movable. Also, if you're not using a single doors, you can flip this and make the mobility even better. Now we have your center module. And we repeat the same thing we did on the other side from here. Put some frames. I forgot to put doors up here. My bad. Also, I forgot furnishing this. We can furnish it right now. This locker here. Other locker here. And now it depends on you. You can put bed here, you can put bed here. And you still have some space for just some barrels laying down on the floor, like so. Barrels are quite easy to place. Alright, we're building this site. Bam, bam, bam. One over. Turn this into a garage doors. Other roof peak. Double doors. Make a simple airlock over here by placing the doors on the side. Make sure that they don't place inside, otherwise the airlock won't work. You can also start stopping boxes into these places, so you have some better angles. And now let's seal the rest of your base by putting 4 frames. brazier. And all chilling this place. All right. Also make this a full wall. Doors over here. Bam. Full wall. Oh. Bam. Doors over here. We're gonna be making the same thing as we did on the other side, making a simple airlock, like so. And adding a window by putting a simple plank down, putting it outside. Now this is personalizable. You can either put these, making the peak look like this, or you can use sheet metal, making the peak more open. Depends. I like to use the sheet metal one. Let's copy that on the other side. Go over here. Frame, frame. I'm gonna be standing on the frame, upgrading it. Okay. Container skin. Bam. Make a simple airlock. Seal everything off, like so. Alright. Now what are we missing? Going right upwards. Here. We're gonna be putting grooves like so later on. Your stuff is working great. 1, 2, 3. Here. By this we also make this peak a lot better and more protected. No. We want to build our bedrooms before we do so, because it can hurt our placement a bit. Making the roofs on there, the windows down. You can put a ramp over here. Doors up. One bed, second bed. Sealing this off after putting some barrels inside. It's easier to put in the vertical barrel, so you want to put that one in instead of this one. Made this place for the turret. and place it down. As I've shown in the tour, we're gonna make these turret balls as well. And also, I'd encourage you to bring this up, even with wood, make the turret angles a lot better, so no one can camp on there. Or, if you don't want to do that, and you want to cover it even more, just slap down a barricade. If you have some extra blades, it's a better option, to be fair. Over here you can see the two versions, this one or this one. It depends on you, fully. Now, after we added this, we're gonna mirror it on the other side as well. Bam. Also, if you want, you can do weird stuff like this, but I don't encourage you that. I'm gonna show you the placement you will be doing. You'll be jumping like so and placing down your barrel. Unfortunately, without the DLC, you're not really able to do that. So you can put small boxes in there and you can fit 3 of them if you have a great placement. Like, well, great. Now you just need to swap 2 of your beds down, seal them off with a door, and your roof is almost done. You just need to stand here, add your roofs. Also make them normal stone, so they stretch up a bit lower. This thing is overhanging, instead of doing something like brick, brutalist, or jungle. So just use a normal stone, making this conditional a bit bigger. Do it on your side as well. Now mirror it. After this, you just need to place 4 more roofs. Oh, you have your P here. You can set it up like this, making it more pure-sided. Like this. And after everything we've done, we are missing 1 more turret pod on this part. Your gatehouse. On this part of your bedrooms. And lastly, at your wind turbines on top of these. Even though these are a bit higher, these turrets, when pushed a bit further, can see on top of the wind turbine, making it safe. And yeah, so this is the build of the Pinecone. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next build. Have a great vibe. Wait, also if you guys want to send some clips of you playing from this base or any of my other bases, I will be grateful, boys. It doesn't matter if you have the worst aim or anything, but if you just want to make my day and send a picture of you building this base on the server, or you just want to show me a clip of you defending a raid in this base or in my other bases, just send a clip on my Discord server that is in the description, and I'll feature you in the next video. I'll be picking top 3 clips if someone actually sends them.